We're at the airport because we're going to Lagos, Nigeria, and I already missed my flight, so this is gonna be a great vlog. Just Delta, all these airlines are starting to really piss me off. I'm gonna just say that because I'm pissed off.
Attention passengers, for your health and safety, smoking is not allowed or within 15 feet of terminal doorways. Violators are subject to a fine. Thank you for your cooperation.
Hey, I look crazy, but first leg of the flight to JFK. I'm so sad. I'm so happy they put me back in first class. So I was supposed to leave, so the ticket I bought to go to Lagos, it was out of JFK, right? Because I missed that flight, she had to put me on a 6 p.m. flight, which would get me to JFK at 9:28 p.m. when I have an 11:55 p.m. flight. Are you getting me? Are you getting how close the time is? Exactly. But all day I was in anxiety. Like, it was mad. It was actually mad because I thought I was gonna miss it. It was just a lot. So yeah, I'm here boarding. I just thought I was like, if I missed it, this is God telling me I don't need to be in Lagos this December. Period. I barely do what I'm supposed to be doing. Which means I fly too.
I think we can go back now.
Honestly.
Okay, enter the go house.
Wow, everybody in the airport is literally watching. It's actually kind of interesting and cool. So cool.
Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. Niggas in Paris.
Niggas in Paris.
On this episode, we talk about how Delta delayed us for 4 hours.
Exactly. 4 fucking hours.
Everybody there.
France just lost the World Cup.
Don't cry, don't beg, it's all over.
I don't have to do that.
Look at your shoulders.
Damn it. I look crazy. I look a little rough this morning. That's okay. I didn't have the things I needed to sleep with. So I do look a little crazy, but I'm getting ready again to go, well, again in general. I'm getting ready to go to the airport. to catch my flight to Lagos. So I feel like you guys have been following along, but let me recap really quickly in 3 minutes because I actually have to get ready to leave the hotel. What happened like this whole trip? So it's been a little chaotic, but this is what happened. I booked a ticket to fly from JFK to Lagos, but it was operated by Air France, but on Delta. So JFK to CDG, CDG to Lagos. That was the route I picked to go one way because these tickets was crazy. So I booked, because I live in Chicago, I booked Chicago to JFK earlier that, like, the same day, because, you know, it makes sense. Like, you're leaving out of JFK, like, it just makes sense, and it was cheaper all in all. I missed my flight. My flight was at 2 p.m. I missed my flight from Chicago to JFK. So the next flight that they put me on was a 6 p.m. flight, and that 6 p.m. flight landed at JFK at 9:28. My flight to Paris is at 11:55 p.m. It's cutting it close, but it's cool. So I missed my flight because you need to check in luggage, and they were like, oh, I missed the 45-minute mark, blah blah. Cool. I waited till 6 p.m. 6 p.m. came around, we boarded on time, everything. When we were in the sky around like 9 o'clock, they were like, oh, they're still circling around because some other airplane beat us to land early, blah blah blah. So we're, you know, in the sky rotating, circling back and forth for at least 30 minutes until we land. That's already, you know, cutting it too close for me because I have to I have to get my luggage and recheck in to get through to get my Paris flight, right? So we land, I get my luggage, the luggage comes out another 15 minutes later. So I'm like, all right, I gotta get my luggage, I gotta book it, we gotta go. So I'm in Terminal 1, I think, and my flight leaves out of Terminal 2 in JFK. So I get out, I'm taking all my luggages, I'm walking, and I'm like, this is so awful. I would never do this to myself again. I always tell myself I would never do this to myself, and I always do because I must hate myself somehow. But anyways, I'm booking it, I get there, checking my luggage. The lady was so nice, she let me go. All my baggages are overweight, per usual. I didn't tell anybody I was going to Lagos, but still my baggage was overweight because I told my sister, and yeah. So I check it in, she checks me in, all good. I go and wrap up my Ramoa because she said that they might want to check it in, and I just don't feel like dealing with any scratches because I don't want anything else to piss me off at this point. So I go and wrap it up, and then I get in line. The line at JFK during the holidays for security, even if you have TSA pre-check, is insane. So I was in that line for about 30 minutes. At this point, I don't even know. I think God is sparing me the time. So got on the line, got through security, everything, walked to my gate. The flight is delayed, which is cool because, you know, I'm there late anyway. So it's 11:55, we're not boarding. It's 12:45, then we're... All right, so while editing this actual vlog, I realized I never finished telling the story because I had to go, but we never left New York City. Like, we left New York City at 2 a.m. So we were already delayed. Everything was going to have a ripple effect. So we landed in Paris late, like 2 hours late. Our connecting flight already took off, or so they said. We actually saw the flight sitting down, like the plane sitting down, but they had already overbooked that flight. So whoever was on standby took our seats, the seats that, you know, were ours. They already took our seats. So we had to end up staying in Paris for a night. That is how I met a whole couple of strangers, now turned friends. And we watched the World Cup in the airport together. We searched for food together. We looked for our hotels together. I'm pretty sure now they'll be lifelong friends in that Paris airport that day. But I checked into this airport with my friend Alexa, and we stayed here. This was all paid by Delta, of course. I mean, by Air France, of course. And this is me packing to leave to go to the airport again to catch the flight to Lagos.
for me. 21, do your thing. 20 wins in a watch. This shit costs a lot. Never send a bitch up that. That's how you get shot. I DM it. Look, you the motherfucking man, right? Yeah.
What is wrong with you? Like, she never wanna close, G.
Man, fucking with your friend and she ain't out here crushing on some persuasive girl, but you
Yes.
ain't shit for real. In this mansion, I'ma call the cock and pay the full. Yeah, meant me to be the hottest topic. Same place you so stupid. Go stupid. Go stupid. A parent, SF90, this is not McLaren. Like,
Get out of here. Headed downstairs to get some breakfast. Okay, okay, okay. I'll just stay right by you. Right by you. The love of my life. Why are you?